Yes, for 3 seconds. I'll take 5 seconds.
We have all clearly grown up with advertising in our life, and we are overwhelmed with it. You probably feel one of the three ways about advertising. First, there is a group out there thinks that advertising is entertainment because it is fun. The second group of you think advertising has no effect on you at all because you do not buy based on what you buy based on what you believe in. The third group of you thinks that advertising is evil because advertising is full of snake oil salesmen that lie to you about their product. So, how did advertising start? It started with 4000 BC. The earliest known wall painting emerged. First billboard was born. First written language appeared in Mesopotamia. Papyrus appeared in Egypt, used for poster and sale message. During ancient Rome, popularized political poster and campaign advertising. Gutenberg invented the printing press. Mass production of written advertising is made possible. First newspaper ad promote ad book, the divine right of church government. The first billboard appeared in New York to advertise a circus. Radio advertising begins with the first commercial advertising an apartment complex in New York. In the same year, first public demonstration of television. The Pepsi Challenge led to the Cola Wars. The World Wide Web is invented, leading to the largest shift in media buying since the radio. Pop-up advertising began to annoy internet users the world over. Google introduced AdWords. Human advertising space sales forehead real estate to advertiser. Tiny advertising appear within smartphone applications. Statistics show that advertising revenue for Facebook, Google, and television. Advertising is at the front of delivering the proper message to customer and prospective customer. The purpose of advertising is to convince customer that a company's service or products are the best. Enhance the image of the company. Point out and create a need for products or services. Demonstrate new user for established product. Announce new product and programs. Reinforce the salesperson individual message. Draw customer to the business and to hold existing customers. Whatever else advertising are trying to do, whether with words or picture, we should bear that most of the companies in the market will come with a purpose to impart information to the consumer regardless of their services or products. But there are misuse of advertisement by the advertiser that we're going to discuss with regards of manipulative advertisement. What we could understand with manipulative advertising. Manipulative, the word itself has a very negative connotation. According to the dictionary definition, manipulative can mean that which attempt to prey upon others' hope or fear to attain selfish ends while disregarding their aspiration or well-being. Is it manipulation wrong? Like Bill Clinton said, that depends on what your definition of it. Wikipedia defines manipulation is a type of social influences that aims to change the perception or behavior of others through underhanded, deceptive or abusive tactics by advancing the interests of the manipulator, often at another expense. Such method could be considered exploitative, abusive, devious or deceptive. There is simply no need for such tactics. If you are living honorably, have nothing to hide and genuinely are looking for the highest good for all involved, you have no need to manipulate it. Advertising is a form of communication which is used to persuade a specific group of people to take some new action. Most of the time, consumer buying behavior is influenced by liking or disliking of consumer to the advertisement of the product advertised. Allen argued that it is actually the emotion reaction which is developed after the advertising for the product advertised that influences the consumer behavior. Sometimes the advertiser over-exaggerate about the product's benefit in such a tactful manner that consumer goes physiologically under the pressure of advertising persuasiveness and intentionally decide to buy the advertised product. Now, let's take a look at the current issue. First, winning crowd. Manipulative advertising often take advantage of people's desire to be associated with a winner. Winning ads are also used to sell communication brand under the assumption that the winning crowd prefers specific product. This technique only works if the winner appeals to the product target market. Next, attractiveness. A direct example of attractiveness in manipulative advertising is a perfume or fragrance commercial that show an attractive woman being drawn to a man who just feels the product. This commercial also include attractive male to try to associate the idea that the male can be considered more attractive for using that particular perfume or fragrance. And the last one is lifestyle. Marketing professionals try to associate their product with a particular lifestyle to reach a specific targeted audience. For example, a soft drink company show a group of friends having a good time in hangout drinking the drink to associate it with the type of scenario. The impact of manipulative advertising to consumer. Firstly, manipulative advertising makes people feel that they are not enough as they are. Advertisements do their best to convince you that you are not beautiful, intelligent, confident, and so on. They try in any way that they can make you to feel insecure with the only purpose to manipulate you. Secondly, manipulative advertising makes people believe that buying stuff will bring them happiness. When an emotional problem in you has been created by advertisement, they then offer you a solution to it. And that is usually the consumption of stuff. Once they achieve to make you feel ugly, they sell you beauty products so you can improve your ugliness. Once they manage to make you believe that you are not important, they sell you expensive clothes so you can attract the attention of others. In short, they promise you happiness provided that you spend money in return. Lastly, manipulative advertising makes people think that everything they need is for sale. Advertising feeds people with the wrong idea that everything they need is for sale, and hence that money should be in their prime goal in life. Without the means of money, you can't get those things that will supposedly fill your life with the pleasure and joy that you are seeking for. Thus, advertising is filling your desire to work more just in order to buy more, fooling you to waste most of your time, effort, and money in things that will ultimately leave you feeling empty and dissatisfied. The impact of manipulative advertising for marketers. Firstly, manipulative advertising generates sales revenue. What does it mean to you as a client? Put simply, it means a big boost in your gross profit. The more people are attracted to buy your product, the more you will generate sales revenue. Advertising is one of the most powerful tools to build and create the tangible and intangible benefit of being in business. Manipulative advertising creates an increased awareness. Developing a company image through advertising allows businesses to develop brand awareness. For example, suppose a new furniture company wants to target high-income demographic. Its advertisement might feature numerous symbols of luxury to lend an aura of richness to its products. If the advertisement works, potential consumers will perceive the furniture company as a high-end manufacturer, not necessarily because its products are high quality, but because of the image the advertisement fosters. The media social communication has two options and only two. Either they help human person to grow in their understanding and practices of what is true and good, or they are destructive force in conflict with human beings. That is entirely true of advertising. Against this background, then, we point to this fundamental principle: for the advertiser are morally responsible for what they seek to move people to do, to the extent that they are involved in the advertising process. Even today, some advertising is simply and deliberately untrue. Generally speaking, though, the problem of truth in advertising is somewhat more subtle. It is not that advertising says what is overly false, but that it can distort the truth by implying things that are not so or withholding relevant facts. In conclusion, the manipulation in marketing has become an issue which accompanies the daily life of the consumer. The companies decide to manipulate the consumer every time when the interests of the consumer do not align with their interests and goals, and they do not succeed to persuade them otherwise. The media of news and information should make it a point to keep the public informed about the world of advertising. Considering advertising social impact, it is appropriate that media regularly review and critique the performance of advertisers, just as they do other groups whose activities has a significant influences on society. Where unethical practice has become widespread, conscious advertisers must be called upon to make significant personal sacrifice to correct them. But people who want to do what is morally right must always be ready to suffer loss and personal injury rather than to do what is wrong. We do not wish, and certainly we do not expect, to see advertising eliminated from the contemporary world. Advertising is an important element in today's society, especially in the functioning of a market economy, which is becoming more and more widespread. Moreover, for the reason and in the ways sketched here, we believe advertising can and often does play a constructive role in economic growth, in the exchange of information and ideas, and in the fostering a solidarity among individuals and groups.